Nintendo is looking a bit more animated than usual, announcing their third recent acquisition. This time they plan to collect animation studio Dynamo Pictures.
And the first of the new PlayStation Plus updates was announced. Is it what everyone was hoping for? We're going to talk about that and so much more right now on Gaming News Weekly. Gaming News Weekly is back. We are the best weekly video game news show out there. Every single Monday, you can find us on Fruit Lab, on YouTube, anywhere podcasts are found. We're talking about all the major news announcements in the video game industry. My name is E-Rock the Red, joined every single week by this guy, Full Clip, buddy. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Doing all right. Yeah, you just got back off vacation. How was that?
It was very enjoyable, very relaxing for the most part. For the most part, I ate a lot of food. You know, I didn't play much games. So that was the only thing. I played a lot of Marvel Puzzle Quest on my phone in a hot tub with a beer. It was like the best gaming experience I could possibly have.
It's extravagant.
Yeah, it was very nice. But yeah, I'm tired, but rejuvenated by all the news we have to talk about.
We got a lot this week too.
We do have a lot. We had to, kind of trim some little fat off there, make room for the big things happening. Before we get into that, though, have you been playing? You pick up the slack for me not playing any video games. Did you get in anything good last week?
I did, and I mean it's only been over the past couple of days, so I'm not very far into this. But Elden Ring. I actually picked it up for the PS4.
Nice.
And it is really stretching the base model PS4 that I'm still working with to the limits, I think. A little bit of stutters here and there, a little bit of graphical things. But overall still looks amazing. Very, very playable. I'm maybe 10 hours into it. Level 15 so far. Chose a samurai. Made it look like a dude from Naruto.
Nice. Very cool. I didn't realize that we were going to be talking Elden Ring. We're going to have to postpone all of the remaining stories so we could just talk about this for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I am so far. I mean, it does not hold your hand, and I was expecting that, but I wasn't expecting the level of non-hand holding. They don't even tell you where to go.
Is this your first From Software game?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, this is so exciting. Have you fought any bosses?
The whole world seems like it's bosses, so
yeah,
I assume that it's a boss if it says enemy felled on your screen.
Yes, so there's those ones that are mini bosses throughout the world, and then there's the ones that are behind a door with fog, and those are the major bosses, and those ones are very, very difficult.
Yeah, but, did the half wolf, half man dude or man beast something another?
Nice. But you're still having fun. You're enjoying things.
Yeah, and I died probably 20 times before I finally got that guy, and we knocked each other out at the same time, but it counted. So
that's awesome.
I'm down for the rumble that that game is going to be. You got to die a lot to get it right.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, do you have any method to your playing? Are you just kind of just going anywhere, or did you look something up to try to find?
I noticed on the map that there is a little bit of a path on some of these
you're just
icons.
Following that little
guide? To, but I did just walk through a gate. There's a gigantic giant there, and I thought that's where I was supposed to go next, but I'm not going there right now.
Yeah. When in doubt, just ride your horse past. That's, I mean, 90% of the game is just riding your horse as fast as you can to find a new save point, a new fast travel point, so you could then come, but very exciting. But yeah, we could talk about Elden Ring all day, but it's not what the people are paying their big bucks for. They're paying to hear us talk about some news. And what better way to start than with some new release games from last week? All right, some say this game is called, they call it the Elden Ring of frog people.
Oh, it looks like it.
Time on Frog Island came out for the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, XS, Nintendo Switch, and PC. This game, it looks adorable. You're a guy, you're shipwrecked on an island, and it's all frog people, and they don't speak. They just have these little pictures in these word bubbles, And the game is just trading. All you're doing is trading for things, kind of like little fetch quests. So you go up to a frog guy and they're like, I need some rope. Let's have a picture of rope, and you want to get some pieces to fix your ship. So this is the way, and you got to get your ship fixed. And as you go and as you meet all these frog people, there's a story that unfolds, and you learn more about them, and it sounds very, very fun, and it looks adorable. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, speaking of adorable, did you see the launch trailer that came out the day the game released? It's like a whole musical number that they've got.
Really, I didn't see that one. I think I saw the announcement trailer. I'll have to look for it. I'll include it on in the show too. But this looks. I mean, I immediately told my wife about it. I was like, you need to check this game out. It looks like right up your alley.
I did the same exact thing. Yeah, that first trailer actually I sent. That one had my curiosity. This most recent one has my attention.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like just kind of just a relaxing game, and the reviews are they're nice. They're good reviews. I saw one because I was like, is it all just like fetch quests? I don't want that to be like the case where you got like this guy's like, I need screws, and then you got with screws. But no, it says it's like the more you learn about these people, and then the puzzles you have to solve. Like you might have to get go to one guy to get something, to trade to this guy, to get something to this guy. And, it's like a whole web of trading that's involved. So definitely drawn to it. Hopefully I'll pick that up at some time soon. Next up, Loopmancer came out July 13th on PC, console release sometime in the near future. They haven't announced a date, but this looks really cool too. It's a 2D side-scrolling roguelike. So basically it's like a Groundhog Day situation. It's just, it's the same day over and over, but it's in like this cyberpunk world, and it's super violent. So you got to go through, and every day you're getting, like a roguelike, you're getting these, new abilities or weapons or something like that to try to get further in the game. It looks really, really cool. I guess there's a huge variety of weapons and enemies. So this one, are you a fan of these style of games, like these roguelites or Metroidvanias?
Yeah, I've not actually played one. I know we've been looking at some new releases. There was like a samurai version of this that came out not that long ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's been a few. Like it reminds me a lot of so there's what was that one that I was really into on the PlayStation that I completely stopped playing? I don't remember, but it was like a kung fu movie. Do you remember that game
Sifu?
That came out? Sifu, yes. As I was watching the trailer for this, I was like, man, I gotta go back and play some Sifu.
Yeah,
that one's more of a 3D version, but yeah, it's the same thing. You die, you come back, and you either have more powers or whatever, and you got to go back through and do it all again. But this one looks cool. It's got that cyberpunk aesthetic, which is always pretty sweet. All right, and last up, Power Wash Simulator came out for PC, Xbox One, S, and X on July 14th. This was in PC early access for a while, and it's finally got its major release. Now, when I did get home from vacation, I played a little game, and the game that I played was Power Wash Simulator. Nice. So I had some hands-on with it, and it is as good as we thought it was going to be. It's just you're power washing stuff, and it's relaxing, and the way that they do it too. So like, it's easy to find the dirt. Like, so I thought that would be frustrating. So like there's two things. So like say you're power washing something, like the first thing you do, it's a van, and like you got to get the windshield, and it'll have a bar at the top, like showing you how much of the windshield dirt remains. And if you can't find it, you can press a button on the controller, and it like highlights where there's a little bit of dirt left. And then after you get everything clean, you hear like a little ding, like if you're done with the windshield, ding, and your star rating goes up, and you get a couple extra bucks. And it's just very rewarding. The gameplay hook is like, it's done very well. And so after, reading more about it, there's tons of levels, like from, washing just a house to like a miniature golf thing or a skate park. And you can do it co-op. You can play online co-op for those big jobs that require 2 power washers.
Yeah.
So
now it seems like a really, really simple concept, but yeah, we talked about this a little bit last week. There's like this whole little world that this game exists in, and the people you're doing jobs for are like texting you on the side. So there are little mysteries, things you notice. There's a little bit of lore that comes through in the background. So it's pretty interesting, more than just power washing.
Yeah. Yeah. I did get a couple texts while I was playing, and I'm like, stop bothering me. I'm cleaning. But yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, it's set in Muckingham, and everything is dirty. And yeah, you got to figure out why. So yeah, that one I definitely recommend it, especially if you're looking for just something to chill out to. And there's no music. Like it's not like a huge loud power washer sound in your ear. So you could listen to like a podcast or some music, or the newest episode of Gaming News Weekly while you're playing Power Wash Simulator, and I highly recommend that. All right, that's it for our major new releases from last week. What do you say we talk about the news of the week?
Sounds good. We got a lot of it.
All right, let's do it. All right, first up, let's talk about the first major update to the PlayStation Plus program since it's met its newest iteration, since it's become this new program. So it's coming out July 19th. 17 games total were announced. This is for the extra package or the premium package. All right, so 17 games announced. They are Assassin's Creed, the Ezio Collection, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered, Assassin's Creed Unity. I swear there's more than just Assassin's Creeds, but those make up 5 of the 17. And I think one of those, the Ezio Collection, is 3 games. So that's not even included. So now we're up to like 19 if you want to, split hairs. But we're also getting Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure, Jumanji the video game, Loco Roco. Oh wait, no, that's different. Marvel's Avengers, Paw Patrol on a Roll, Ready Set Heroes, Saints Row 4 Reelected, Saints Row Get Out of Hell, Spirit of the North Enhanced Edition, and day one release Stray. So Loco Roco Midnight Carnival and No Heroes Allowed are both PSP games that are coming only to the premium package. So what do you think? What is your thought on this first update to the PlayStation Plus program? The people were expecting a lot. They didn't know what to expect. They got to compete with Game Pass,
Yeah.
Good.
Sony seems to be responding pretty well to Game Pass with this whole thing. No, I had to make the decision like yesterday when I got Elden Ring. I had a little bit of a balance on there to choose whether I wanted a month or 3 months of like the basic or the plus. Is that what the middle tier is? Or the premium. So I had to look through all the games, and I got to say I wasn't terribly impressed by like that middle tier worth of games. So I just went with the basic pack. But I mean, had I known Stray was coming, I might have tried it out for a month.
Yeah, the cool thing is, dude, you could upgrade. It's super easy. If you even go into the PlayStation Plus thing on your crossbar or whatever, it'll have your prorated dollar amount. So even if you did it like, the day before your month was up, it would say like upgrade for 4 cents or something. It's really cool how it's prorated to if there's something comes out and you want to upgrade for a little bit. So it is possible. But yeah, there's a lot of great games in there. I'm hoping for there's a lot of great games announced too. Now having both Game Pass and this PlayStation Plus, some of these are also available on the other one. We just got Paw Patrol and Avengers is coming, and the Assassin's Creed games were available on Game Pass too. So it's not as exciting for me having both, but how many people out there have both of these subscription services? So some of those are cool. Like you said, Stray, day one, play as a cat in a cyberpunk world. Who doesn't want that? I'm very, very excited for that. And then out of all those other ones, like I've never played Assassin's Creed, and I keep I should try it. I've always wanted to do the Black Flag one. I played like a tiny bit of that one, and I enjoyed it. So, but that was like at a friend's house. I didn't get a ton of hands on, but that one I was drawn to it because of the pirating part of it. So maybe I'll check that out.
Yeah, it is. It's a fantastic game. Like that's the Assassin's Creed game I probably put the most time into. And then if you like that, because the ship, that's where they kind of perfected the ship battles.
Mm.
That carries over into most of the other Assassin's Creed games, at least that I played after that.
Oh, cool. Good to know. So now 17 games announced. Do you think this is the norm for a while? Are we going to be getting like these big drops of these games, or you think this was just for the first one? Or
I would hope that they can keep at least this up, because if I'm gonna, be critical of it, these aren't. This is not the greatest like set of 17 games that I could hope for there, especially to compete with Game Pass. The problem I have with Game Pass is that I've already got too much to play and not enough time to play it, and there are a ton of titles on there that I already want to play and I'm already paying for. So to choose this and spend my time playing these games, I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, you need games that are like that are a draw, like Power Wash Simulator or House Flipper. Yeah. Quality titles like that are going to get you invested. But yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, I've played a bunch of these games and they're great games. Spirit of the North is a fantastic fox simulator with magic. And, a lot of games for kids on here. But Marvel's Avengers, that's what it is. So, yeah, we'll see. I was excited, that we got the update and we are getting that day one game of Stray. But, yeah, I think they got to do a little bit better, have some bigger names, bigger games on there. Yeah. I mean, the Assassin's Creed games are pretty big games, though. They're just not – I'm just not drawn to them. So, I don't know. Let us know, people out in the world, what do you think of this this lineup of these games? One thing that could get me to play more of these games, say I want to get the platinum for Paw Patrol on a roll, or the platinum for Ice Age Scratty's Nut Adventure, because PlayStation Stars was announced. This is a new loyalty program for PlayStation players. Basically, it's the same as I've talked about the Microsoft Rewards thing before. You do searches, do things within games, or get achievements, and you get points. And then these points you could trade in then for gift cards or whatever, a whole bunch of stuff. So this was just announced. This is the new program brought to us for Sony. Basically what it is, I'll just read some of their announcement. This is from the PlayStation blog. Today, I'm pleased to reveal PlayStation Stars, a brand new loyalty program that celebrates you, the player, for being on this ever-growing gaming journey with us. PlayStation Stars will be free to join when it launches later this year. Once you become a member, you'll earn rewards by completing a variety of campaigns and activities. Our monthly check-in campaign simply requires you to play any game to receive a reward, while other campaigns require you to win tournaments, earn specific trophies, or even be the first player to platinum a blockbuster title in your local time zone. All PlayStation Stars members will have opportunities to earn loyalty points. Points can be redeemed in a catalog that may include PSN wallet funds and select PlayStation Store products. As an additional benefit, PlayStation Plus members enrolled in PlayStation Stars automatically earn points for purchases on PlayStation Store. So, pretty cool. The other thing they announced, it says, also as part of PlayStation Stars, we are unveiling a new type of reward called digital collectibles. Collectibles are as diverse as our portfolio of products and franchises. They're digital representations of things that PlayStation fans enjoy, including figurines of beloved and iconic characters from games and other forms of entertainment, as well as cherished devices that tap into Sony's history of innovation. There will always be a new collectible to earn, an ultra rare collectible to strive for, or something surprising to collect just for fun. So, what do you think?
Okay, so I read through this and I listened to every word you said, but I still don't exactly understand where these collectibles exist. Or can you show them to people? How do people know that you have?
That's a great question. That is a great question. So, I guess people on your friends list can look at your trophies. I'm wondering if it's just going to be something like that where you can go look at their collectibles. People online were saying like, where do we display these collectibles? And it's got a lot of people talking about bringing back. Do you remember PlayStation Home?
Yeah.
When the PlayStation was just announced, where it's like living space that you could decorate and stuff like that. And people are saying like, yeah, give us a space like that. We could put our trophies up and go chill out there, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what these are. They're not NFTs. They're not, they're just there tied to your account. Who knows what they're going to be, but I'm excited to collect them all.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm hoping for, like some sort of 3D space where maybe acts as a lobby, and if you invite somebody over to your lobby just from the PlayStation home, then they can see your collection and you can show that off.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's going to be, but I'm excited, man, because I've always been a little bit of I go through spurts. I like trophy hunting on the PlayStation. I've got a bunch of platinums, and I enjoy doing that for certain games. Like I always talk about the games where I could just kind of check things off a list. Like those are the games, dude. If that has like Spider-Man, where each area has like a segmented thing where I got 100% it. Like when I know like the big open world ones where I got to like do everything within a thing, not as much. Those ones I have a hard time because it's just so overwhelming. If I could get it like boiled down to a certain area, I'm getting that platinum trophy.
Oh yeah.
So, I thought about when I first started playing Elden Ring about trying to get that platinum trophy, and then I started playing. I was like, no, not doing it. Maybe at some point, but I do not have the time to try to get that. So, but I'm excited. Anytime you could get like gift cards for playing video games, why not, right?
Yeah. It's like great how they do it on Switch with the Nintendo points. You gain a little every time you buy a game. So I assume this is going to work pretty similar to that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like so the same thing like with every day when I go on my Xbox or whatever, I'll go to that Microsoft Rewards tab and I'll like click it. All you gotta do is click on things, and you're getting 50 points, 100 points. If you get a achievement in a game, it's another 50 points, and those add up pretty quickly. And pretty soon, you could get like people pay for their Game Pass subscription with Microsoft Rewards. Like, if you actually did it every single day, there's like streak bonuses that are like huge. I don't keep up with it, but you could definitely earn a lot of money doing that. So it's pretty cool. All right, next up, little segment, Nintendo Minute, Nintendo Corner. I don't know. We'll workshop the title for this, but we got some news out of Nintendo. First up, let's talk Bayonetta 3. We got a new trailer for that and a release date. This was announced December of 2017, this game.
Wow.
We're finally getting the game. October 28th. Bayonetta 3. The trailer looks dope. It was a nice long trailer, showed off a lot of cool stuff, and it also talked about they're releasing a family-friendly mode for this version of Bayonetta called Naive Angel mode. So if you don't want your friends to think that you're a weird pervert, you could play the Naive Angel mode. But if you're comfortable with your attractions to a hot, high-heeled, gun-slinging lady covered in her own hair, more power to you. You ever play the Bayonetta games?
Never played this game, no.
You want to now, don't you?
Yeah, it sounds intriguing.
Yeah, they're great, dude. The first two are out on like a single. You could buy them in a single package for the Switch. And I got those, and I haven't finished Bayonetta 2, but man, just amazing action games. Like it's just real fast-paced action, a lot of like little quick time things and stuff like that. But the story is great, and like they're mature related. There's violence, there's a little bit of nudity, but it's like really over the top, like just crazy stuff happening. So if you like over the top crazy action,
yeah, it looked like from the trailer looked really epic. Like there's all kinds of crazy cool things going on. I don't understand what any of it was, but I'm sure
no one does.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great way to explain it, because it is. Everything feels like epic, and like just it gives you like this, this sense of like excitement as you're doing it, and a sense of accomplishment after you're done. And it's not like difficult; it's more fun than anything. There's like you got to link to like it's all combo based and stuff like that. So some of that part is difficult to try to get like the best clearing and stuff like that. But they're definitely fun games, especially if you're a creepy pervert like me. I'm kidding. All right, in addition to that, we also got an announcement of a new Kirby game, Kirby's Dream Buffet. This one, I saw the name of the game, and I was like, what is this game? And I did not expect what I saw. So this is basically like, it's like a Fall Guys game, except you're playing with just like, there's just 4 people that you're playing with.
Yeah.
And it's like food-based levels where you're rolling through a thing.
Yeah, very Mario Party-esque mini game style of play. Now, I don't think there's like a knockout kind of thing like Fall Guys, but that is, that's how I was seeing these different rounds. So you're going to carry through like 4 or 5 rounds, they said, per match or per game. So you'll have, I'm sure, like a winner out of the series.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. Like one thing I did see that is like the more you eat, the bigger you get, and then like you can bump people off of the track or something.
Yeah.
So the quote from Nintendo says, Kirby's Dream Buffet finds a gang of Kirbys rolling through a smorgasbord of food-themed stages and 4 rounds of frantic multiplayer fun. Players will race each other through these delicious obstacle courses to collect strawberries as Kirby grows, bumping other players off the stage using familiar copy abilities, or copy food abilities as they're called here, to thwart the competition. So, yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
Kirby's out there rolling around.
I think that should be like a really cool game if you have like 4 people over in front of the TV playing on the couch against each other. That should be fun.
Yeah, they have been nailing the Kirby games as far as the gameplay, making them fun. I was just this week I was talking. My kid got super into Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch, and he beat that. And now we're looking for another quality like platformer, and I think I'm going to get the Kirby Forgotten Kingdom or whatever it's called. But that looks good, and I know that one got a lot of great reviews, so I'm sure this one's gonna be fun. Now I don't know, it's only like they said there's only 4 stages, and you only play with 4 players, so I don't know if this is like a full game, if this is something that's just gonna be a $20 game, $30 game. I don't know. You never know with Nintendo.
Yeah,
which games they're gonna charge their exorbitant amount for. So yeah, we'll see. There was no release date or price announced, so we'll just have to keep an eye out for more information. And then the last thing in the Nintendo Minute, Nintendo is purchasing Dynamo Pictures. Now they are a Tokyo-based visual production company behind a series of animated Pikmin short films. And so Nintendo said they want them to focus on the development of visual content utilizing Nintendo IP. Now, we don't really know what this means. They really didn't say what it means, whether it's going to be shows or if this is just for, like cutscenes within games.
Yeah.
This is, it's new. Nintendo really doesn't usually buy other things. They're always in-house, so yeah, we'll see. But Nintendo did issue a statement. Dynamo Pictures is a company that plans and produces visual content. And Nintendo has decided to acquire 100% of the outstanding shares of Dynamo Pictures and make it a wholly owned subsidiary to strengthen the planning and production structure of visual content in the Nintendo Group. The acquisition is expected to close on October 3rd, 2022, pending satisfaction of all relevant terms and customary closing conditions. So, yeah, no other information about what their role is going to be at Nintendo. If it would be cool if they got back into making animate like cartoons with the Nintendo properties, but
those didn't always work out so well in the past. But hopefully.
Not always, but there are still some memorable moments, I think. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do, or if, like we said, if this is just kind of to supplement games or YouTube videos or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What I read did say that this is completely separate from the Super Mario movie with Chris Pratt that's supposed to come out next year.
Okay, yeah, that one's like a big. Isn't that like a DreamWorks or something like that? I think
Illumination, the people who make Minions.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so we'll see what Dynamo does for Nintendo. All right, that's it for Nintendo Minute, starring Ewok the Red and Full Clip. I don't know. Nintendo Minute doesn't really.
It's been your Nintendo neighborhood.
Yeah.
Something else with an N.
Oh yeah, Nintendo. Nancy's. A couple of Nintendo Nancy's. I don't know. We'll work on it. If you have any ideas, send them over this way. But let's talk about Dr. Disrespect, the good old Dr. Disrespect. There's new details about his new game, and it sounds interesting. Here, I'm just gonna read a bunch of it here. So today, this is from IGN.com. Today, Dr. Disrespect's newly founded studio, Midnight Society, revealed details about the upcoming game. According to the studio's website, the game is a vertical extraction shooter with PvPvE gameplay. Our high-level gameplay goals are to capture the essence of an arena shooter level design with the scale and scope of battle royale player counts and the session-to-session gameplay mechanics of extraction-based shooters. As development continues, small glimpses into the game will be released through snapshots, which the site describes as playable experiences focused around specific milestones exclusively available for Access Pass holders. Through these snapshots, players will be able to test various aspects of development, though they'll have to pay to do so. Earlier this year, 10,000 of these Access Passes were already sold to select individuals by a Founders Pass NFT for $50 a piece. Other Access Passes are planned to be sold at later dates. So, yeah, dude, there's a lot of buzzwords in here. I still really don't know what's happening.
It's true.
But
one that I meant to look up was Extraction Shooter. Do you know what that is?
No, maybe like a CS:GO type thing, or
I was thinking like the Division and the Division 2. Like maybe you have to get out with the loot or something. I'm not sure if it's a battle royale.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a good thought, though. Remember there was that, I don't know if you ever played that one in Warzone, where it was that mode where you had to like take all the cash to like a certain area, and then like the hell, so that was like a battle royale with like extraction type things. So maybe something like that. But dude, when they start talking about like you could test this game out ahead of time by buying one of these NFTs and paying like $50, I'm like, dude, this dude is gonna make so much fucking money off this thing, man.
Yeah.
Where like just before this game like comes out, like people want to be a part of this, and like, so it's crazy, and I'm interested to see like what if this game is gonna be any good.
Yeah. I hope that the rest of the industry doesn't like look at this if it is successful and say, hey, we need to do NFTs for our, beta or alpha.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to figure all of that out.
Yeah. No, me neither. Especially, pay $50 to be part. Like Overwatch 2 was kind of the same way. Like you could buy, they were giving away free beta passes, but like if you wanted instant access, you bought the $40 pack, and that got you the game and access to the beta and stuff like that. So, it's definitely happening. People are monetizing these betas. It's weird, but it is what it is. There's microtransactions for everything.
Yeah,
everything nowadays. So, do you see those BMWs are like doing microtransactions for like, if you want to have like your heated seats or whatever, like you have to pay the subscription.
Just ridiculous. I mean, we heard about that a little while back, and I think Tesla was doing something similar. So it's like the technology exists in your car. You already paid for it, but you have to pay on a monthly basis if you want access to the feature.
Yeah. It's insane, dude. It's terrifying that this is what we're coming to.
Well, I mean, if they think that they're going to stop people from like hacking that in some way or the other, I think they're mistaken.
Yeah, exactly. And then you mess up and your seat is just always
on fire.
So that's all we know right now about the Midnight Society game, the Dr. Disrespect game. PvP, PvPvE, PV, all those P's, all those E's, and Battle Royale, and Extraction, and Arena Shooter, all those things. So, if you like all those words, keep an eye out, or maybe buy the Founders Pass. You get NFT, and you can play the game. All right, moving on. Yet another fantasy title was announced, and Yeah, that's what it is. The game is called Yet Another Fantasy Title, and it looks really cool. It's a parody of role-playing games, it's from and now I had never heard of this studio or this game before, but they had created a game called Rustler. It was AKA Grand Theft Horse, which is a GTA parody, which I had never heard of nor played before, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Now, this is a parody of games, more like action role-playing games. So this one, it sounds interesting. You play an outlaw who'd normally be prey for the protagonist in some side quest. Instead, you've killed the kingdom's savior and stolen his unicorn, and an adventure ensues. So sounds ridiculous. There's side quests, a comprehensive story, magic, 15 different medieval weapons like swords and bows, and mounts in the forms of unicorns, horses, donkeys, and wolves. So,
yeah,
you gonna check it out?
I think so. Yeah, I saw the trailer and I kind of wondered. I'd never heard of this either, or even the company, and I wondered like how quickly is the joke going to wear off, or how many times can they insert some humor into this? But I saw like they did something wrong, so the cops showed up. But the cops are on horses; they're just dudes on horseback, but they still got like sirens blaring and blue and red lights. So I'm thinking there's probably a lot of little funny things in there that are going to keep it interesting.
I thought the same way. I think like the humor, it could be like cheesy, like corny stuff, but this one, it looks very, very funny, very intelligent. So yeah, I definitely want to check this out. It is only announced for PC right now, so hopefully, it gets enough buzz, it goes to console. Either way, it's not going to be something that I won't be able to play on my, on some low settings. It's not a graphically graphics monster. So I'll check it out either way. All right. A new segment to Gaming News Weekly, free-to-play Palooza. These are all, I just came up with them earlier while I was pooping. They're not, we'll work on it.
I like this one.
All right, good. So, yeah, a bunch of free-to-play news. Let's start with the greatest game ever made. Multiversus Open Beta was announced. I mean, well, it was announced, but now we officially have a date. July 26th, where we can get in there. Now, did you say you played? Did you get in the alpha?
I tried, but I don't think I ever got the email.
Gotcha. Okay. So the open beta is going to be available on PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PC, full crossplay support, and dedicated server-based rollback netcode for robust online competition. That's a mouthful. And it's also, there will be an early access period that will start on July 19th and will be accessible by those who participated in the closed alpha, or you can get a code via Twitch drops. So you could go to the website and learn more about how to get those, or you can just wait until the 26th like I'm going to do. But I'm very, very excited to finally get my hands on this game. Everything I've been reading about, everything I've been seeing about it looks great. So the open beta will most likely have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Shaggy, Velma, Bugs Bunny, Tasmanian Devil, Arya Stark, Tom and Jerry, Jake the Dog, Finn the Human, Steven Universe, Garnet, and the original character Rain Dog. And it will have 8 maps, including the Batcave, Adventure Time's Tree Fort, Scooby's Haunted Mansion. There will be a variety of game modes available, like 2v2, team-based co-op mode, 1v1 matches, 4-player, free-for-all, co-op versus AI, custom online lobbies, the whole deal. Are you excited?
Very much so. And one detail in the trailer that I noticed, they said an ever-expanding roster. I don't know if we had that detail before, but that's pretty cool. Because WB, they can pull on so many different things, like the entirety of Cartoon Network.
Yeah, so much, dude, so much. I saw people were talking about, like, they wanted, I think we might have talked about it before, like Tony Soprano, because, that's a thing.
Oh, HBO? I want Barry.
Yeah, there you go. Or people were saying they wanted, what's it, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah, Larry David.
Larry David.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be. So, who are you going to play as first time out? You're Shaggy. We talked about
not
this
even
before,
memeing. I will do Shaggy, and I will perfect him.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I don't even know. Arya Stark might be fun. Batman, Wonder Woman, I don't know. It's going to be, I'm really looking forward to getting in there and checking out, see what all the buzz is about. And seeing how fun this game is. So, yeah, we're gonna have to try to. There's cross play. We're gonna have to try to work on this, dude, so we can be a team. Shaggy and the Tasmanian Devil together again. All right. Another surprise free-to-play game, Skate, was announced as a free-to-play game going forward. Now, this is Skate 4, now known as Skate, period. And by that, they're saying, like, that's, like, the thing. That's why that's Skate, period. Like, this is the last Skate, period. And it's going to be, like, an ongoing thing, like a games of service type thing, where it's every year you're getting, new stuff added to the Skate world. So this was just announced via the Full Circle's the boardroom update. Team confirmed that it will take place in San Vansterdam. It doesn't roll off the tongue. But it's a sister city to Skate and Skate 2 San Vanelona. So there's a whole theme here. But yeah, so it's basically, like I said, it's going to be an ongoing game that they said there's going to be, they said 4 rules: no pay to win, no map areas locked behind a paywall, no paid loot boxes, and no paid gameplay advantages. But it's an EA game, so we'll see.
Yeah, I love the approach that they're taking. I mean, as long as the game turns out as something that's actually fun to play, keeps people interested.
Yeah, I think it could definitely work. Absolutely. Especially, if you're just paying for cosmetics and it's a big, like, if it's an open world type thing with real people in and out of the world, it could be really cool. Meet up with your friends and, like, skate through these worlds. So, we'll see what it brings. And we talked about it last week. I think it was, they had the pre alpha, footage. So it's very early on in the game, and they are still looking for, like, testers, so you can still go to EA and sign up to be a play tester on the game. But yeah, I think it could work.
Yeah,
but again, EA, we got to remember that whole part. Yeah. So those 4 rules were laid down by the developers. They said we need to have this, absolutely. So hopefully they'll at least get that, and then we'll see what they got to earn money from something.
Yeah,
I guess battle passes or whatever, skate passes, they'll probably call it.
Skins or something there, yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then the last one, another one I'm very excited for, Rumbleverse. This is the wrestling free-to-play battle royale. We got a release date for it. August 11th. The free-to-play 40-person battle royale with wrestling moves, dude. I am hyped. This is coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, XS, and PC. So with this announcement, they released, like, a trailer of, like, some people, like influencers and people
content
playing
creators you've never heard of screaming into their microphone.
Dude, but they got me excited. I want to scream like them. They were, like, doing this, like the last 2 people in the circle, and they suplex some guy or drop an elbow. Man, it looked great. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I'll probably end up getting this battle pass too, just because it's got that Fortnite style.
Yeah,
that look where, like, it's gonna have ridiculous skins, and, like, I like that sort of shit. When I can make my character look like a weird, like, rhino or something. I don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to see a little bit more of the gameplay, exactly how this works. Like, what's your health like? Does somebody just get you with a stunner and you're out, and it's that easy, or, like, do you get beat up on a little bit first? I'm not sure about that.
From the gameplay that I've seen, there is definitely, like, more, like, combat first, and then you could hit them with, like, some bigger, super moves, finishing moves, that sort of thing. But I don't know what the only combat that I have seen has been, like, melee combat. I don't know if there's going to be any distance stuff or anything like that.
Throw a steel chair from across the map.
Yeah, exactly. Which I did actually see that in one of the clips. So, it does exist. So, yeah, that one, August 11th. So, yeah, some between Multiverses and Rumbleverse, a lot of verse games that I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rock the red verse. is happening. And that's it. Not only does that end free-to-play Palooza, that is the last bit of news for our show this week. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about?
Not really talk about, but just worth a quick mention. I'll probably do an alert on this later. Epic Game Store is doing their own summer sale to sort of match Steam. It is from July 14th through the 28th. So by the time this episode goes out, people will have a little bit of time, probably until, I guess, next Thursday.
Nice. Anything? Did they announce what games are on there or anything yet?
I tried to take a quick look, but I didn't see much. I know like Red Dead Redemption 2, the games that always go on sale now, you can grab that for like $30. Ghostwire Tokyo, or is that the other way around? It was maybe like $34 or something like that.
Okay. So right in line with the Steam sale. We saw both of those, I think, on the Steam sale. Very cool. Yeah, check that out. All right, yeah, and that is it. That brings an end to this week's episode of Gaming News Weekly. Thank you so much for checking it out. Please go to Fruit Lab. Follow myself, Erect the Red. Follow Full Clip. Follow Gaming News Weekly. If you don't go on Fruit Lab, go to YouTube. Follow Pop Culture Playground. That's where you'll find more of my stuff. You'll find this show on YouTube. You'll go to Game Facts, FAX, to check out this this gentleman's stuff. And then also check us out anywhere you get podcasts. You get them from Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You can leave us a review there. Give us 5 stars. Do all those things. Check us out on TikTok. Dude, we're everywhere. We're taking over the world. Gaming News Weekly, taking over the world 1 week at a time. I don't know if that's the saying. Is that going to be on the shirts?
I think so. I mean, we are taking over the UK in gaming podcasts. We're top 100 for a brief moment.
Absolutely. We're crushing it. So, yeah, be on the ground floor with us here before, we go only to Patreon. Before all these episodes are locked behind the paywall, you could be there. We'll see. Well, let's take it. We'll take it 1 week at a time. All right. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. We will see you next week with more Gaming News Weekly.